Watch this. You see this? I can tell you that you see Faye, President Faye, is in trouble. That man is in a very big problem. He cannot handle this. And this is like a force against him. Imagine the person that you just fired because he's trying to challenge your opinion, your ideas, what you want to do. He's standing in your way. So you fire him, you sack him from your office. You want to embarrass him, you shame him. Now that this same man turn around to occupy a very high position that you need him for your business to be established. For you to get anything, for you to do anything, you need this man to be on your side now. The same man you just fired has now become the key figure in the government that you need him on your side if you are to get anything done in that country. Imagine that. You see, what they said, what the enemy meant for evil, God turned it for your good. This is one of the examples. And Faye, even if he's not careful, he can be impeached and he'll be removed from that office as the president of Senegal. The power that he claims he has, he can lose it because of this man. And he will have himself to be blamed because he will choose to dance to the beats being played in Paris. And at home, Nigerians will tell you, if the suru get the beat is being played, can you dance to it? If you can't dance, you will step aside. So he should prepare for what is coming on his way because he called for this. He wanted to show people power. Now the power is now going to consume him. Yeah. You see the man walking side by side with Sonko. That man is a very good man. That man was the former Speaker of Parliament. He stepped aside when he heard that his boss has been fired by his former secretary, Faye, who became the president. He stepped aside for him to now climb that seat to become the Speaker of Parliament. The problem that Faye did not see coming. Now he has now seen it now. Faye had not seen this thing coming. If he had known this, he wouldn't have crucified Sonko. How is he going to handle this? You see, many people heard that Sonko was fired as the Prime Minister of Senegal by Faye, and all of a sudden he became the Speaker of Parliament within some hours. What is that? How is this possible? You just got fired by the president and then you ran to Parliament to become the Speaker of Parliament. It doesn't happen anywhere. So many people thought he broke the law. He broke the law, he broke the constitution because his party is in power. So everything was easy for him. Now, if you follow this video to the end, you will understand exactly how things played out legally for him to become the Speaker of Parliament. Because if you heard about strategists, but the best strategy is the man who is able to use the constitution, the law of the country, to achieve his aim. And this is the man we are talking about, Sonko. Yeah, he's the political strategist, the best of all kind. He cannot be embarrassed, he cannot be put to shame, he cannot be ridiculed by his secretary, his former secretary, just like that. He used the constitution that Faye did not even understand. Let's talk about Senegal. There is something happening there. You need to know this. He's not the president of Senegal, Faye. He recently fired his prime minister, Ousmane Sonko, and he was happy because he used his presidential power to fire him. But he didn't know that he just fired this man into a different mode. That would be his biggest problem. Sonko, a man who is loved by majority of Senegalese, by whom they voted for PASTEF party. He is the founder and the leader of this party. He was supposed to be the president by now. But there was a situation that prevented him from running as the president. So there was a need for him to replace himself immediately. So he chose his general secretary, Faye, to replace him to stand as the candidate for the party. Now, because the people didn't care because they know Sonko and his vision for the country. It is like their desire, the people's desire, is what Sonko take as a vision for his party. So the vision of Sonko is like the desires of the people. So it doesn't matter whether he's no longer the president, but since he's still in the party, whoever that will become the president will carry the vision and run with it. So the people went ahead to vote for the party. Now Faye became the president, and Sonko stayed behind to support him. But Faye now turned around to show Sonko a lesson of betrayal. He wanted Sonko to know what betrayal actually means by firing him. But Sonko did something unimaginable. He is no longer at the periphery of political affairs in Senegal. He is now at the center of it. He has now become the president of National Assembly. Do you know what that means? It means a member of parliament has been chosen to serve as the chief presiding officer of the country's primary legislative body, meaning the Speaker of Parliament. You know the role of the Speaker of Parliament. He is in charge of the legislature. They are the ultimate referee in Parliament. Whatever budget, whatever bill that must be signed, must first be approved by Speaker of Parliament before the members of Parliament will debate and also decide on that bill or budget. So he is now at the gate of legislature. And according to Senegal Constitution, legislation, executive, and judiciary, they are separate from each other. Every member of any organs of government will not play two roles, meaning you cannot be in the legislative body and also be in the executive. If you are a member of parliament in Senegal and you are appointed to be a minister of state, you must forsake your parliament. You must forsake your seat. You must resign from parliament to serve as an executive body of government. So that's what the structure of organs of government in Senegal operate. So how did Sonko now, after being fired as a prime minister, he became the Speaker of Parliament? How did this thing happen? Now, Pastef party belongs to him. It does not belong to Faye. Faye is just one of the members of the party, but the founder still lives, who is Sonko. And this party was formed in January 2014. The majority in parliament in Senegal are his people, Sonko's people. And Sonko is not dead. He's still alive. These people, he gathered them. If these people did not love Sonko and his vision, they would not join his party. So it means they still love Sonko. And this party, after he gathered these people and he formed the party, he calls it Pastef Party. It has a long meaning, but of which Faye was a member of this party. So they all look up to Sonko, who is the leader, the founder of the party. So the vision that he brought at the table, they all agree with it and they want to follow. So whoever that becomes the president, whether it is Sonko himself or another person, they must work in line with the vision of the party. So this is now in conflict. Now Faye is trying to create conflict in the party, but the majority of the people in the party love Sonko. So they are the majority also in parliament. Even though Sonko was denied presidency, he was an elected member of parliament before taking the role of prime minister, which made him an executive member of Faye's government. So if you are appointed a minister, meanwhile you are a member of parliament, you will resign as a member of parliament and join the executive. So you can no longer come to parliament to make any law. You are now an executive member in the government. So Sonko, that happened to him. He resigned as a member of parliament and he joined the government executive to become prime minister. Because in Senegal, executive or cabinet and legislature and judiciary, they are separate to each other. No one will play two roles, being in the legislative and also being in the executive, like other countries do. For Senegal, you must stick to one. You cannot be a member of parliament and be in the executive. If you have become executive member in government, you will forsake your seat in parliament, and then a replacement must be made immediately. Now, this is how the replacement system works in Senegal. During national and legislative elections, political parties do not just submit a list of their main candidates. They must also submit an identical parallel list of backup candidates, also known as substitutes. So when Sonko was fired by Faye, the Speaker of Parliament, he loved Sonko very much, and he would not take this. So he also resigned as a Speaker of Parliament to become just a member of Parliament a position that he was before he was elected the Speaker of Parliament. Like I said, Senegal's constitution is a different thing altogether. You must first be elected as the Member of Parliament before getting a chance to be elected again to be the Speaker of Parliament. Now, a Member of Parliament who resigned to join the executive body of government, he still has the chance to come back to Parliament if his substitute agrees to step down for him to come for his position again in Parliament. That is in the law of Senegal. So in the case of Sonko, since he was once a Member of Parliament before moving into the executive, he still returns back to Parliament because his substitute, Ismaila Wene, that's his name. That was his substitute. He resigned. He stepped aside for his boss, Sonko, to come back to Parliament. That is in the law of Senegal. So that was what happened. He came back to Parliament. And then now that the Speaker of Parliament also resigned as a speaker, there was a need for another speaker to be elected. So now Sonko returned back to his seat in Parliament. And then they re-elected a new speaker for the Parliament. And Sonko was elected the Speaker of Parliament with an overwhelming majority of votes. Out of 133 votes, he got 132. Can you imagine? It was a calculated move that was done successfully for Sonko not to be ridiculed, but he has now become at the center of government affairs, the Speaker of Parliament. Now, if Faye did not like this and he wants to work against this, he cannot remove Sonko from that position unless he dissolves the Parliament. And dissolving the Parliament means you are calling for another election immediately. So if Faye, the president, did not like this movement, he cannot do anything about this. He cannot touch Sonko anymore because where he has occupied is very secure, that he cannot be touched because he is now occupying a very high position in the government of Senegal, the legislative body of government. He is the chief presiding officer in that area. Pastef party belongs to Sonko. The owner of the party still remains with the party. So Faye will now go and look for his party. If he is to dissolve the parliament, he will now form his own party and gather his own people to follow him. Because this party belongs to Sonko. He is the founder. That's why the people are so loyal to him. So Sonko, so the stone that the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone in the government of Senegal. I decided to bring this your way to make it clearer for you what is happening in Senegal. I am in Ghana. Do me a favor to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thank you. See you in another episode. Bye for now.